Hi everybody, Gary Williams here for Toolbarn.com's Barn Banter. Hey, one of my favorite construction related jobs is demolition. I gotta admit, demolition, I like tearing things down. It's a lot easier in a lot of cases than building things up, and it's a necessary first step before you can build or rebuild in a lot of cases. So we've got some things that'll make that process just a little bit easier for you. For example, from Stanley, we have the Functional Utility Bar, also known as the FU-bar, which also means fouled up beyond all repair. And when you use this thing on construction, you'll have a pile of debris that is pretty much fouled up beyond all repair, but that's what you want in a demolition project, right? Then we're gonna have Man come and show you a great demolition hammer, Man from Man versus Tool. You'll wanna see this. It's really a pretty cool thing. But before we do any of that, we're gonna show you some Zawls. Sawzalls, hackzalls, some other Zawls. So stay tuned, you'll like to see this. You know, when you're doing demolition, you can smash all you want, but that does get a little bit tiring if you're using a hammer or that kind of a thing. So occasionally you'll want to bring a little power into the equation, and we've got just the thing for you. And Milwaukee's got three, well, we call them Zawls, Sawzalls, hackzalls. These are great if you're not going to be doing a lot of fine carpentry. These are meant for demolition. I'll take a look at this thing, if I can get it going. There we go. This will cut through metal, wood, just about anything you want. They use these things sometimes to open up those big wooden shipping containers for international shipping, which I never get any of those at my house, but I have used a Sawzall to dismantle an old deck, and it's great for cutting through all kinds of things. Big pieces of lumber, metal, nails, those kinds of things, you know. It'll make quick work and turn things into a pile in a big hurry if that's what you're up to doing. Now, it does require two-handed operation, but they also have one of these, the hackzalls, that requires one-handed operation, and this is great for working in tight spaces overhead. You know, it's very lightweight, very well balanced. You know, you probably wouldn't want to carve a turkey with this thing, but you could get into some pretty tight spots and cut out what you needed to cut out with this thing, so that's pretty cool. And you even have a 12-volt version of that. This was 18, this is 12. Less power, smaller, lighter, easier to handle, still gets a lot of work done if that's what you have in mind. So anything in the Zawls category is good for y'all. Hey, when your mission is demolition, well, what kind of tools do you grab first off? Now, a lot of people are going to go right for the heavy-duty artillery, the big hammer like this one from Wilton. You know, that's pretty awesome. Depending on what you're working on, you may not want to get something this big, especially like if you're working on a bathroom, you know, and you don't want to tear the bedroom next to it down as well. Now, if that's the case, you can grab this smaller one from Wilton. This is a popular model. And you can also get yourself a nice little pry bar or a crowbar if that's what you're choosing to use. Now, if you're looking for a combo tool, take these two puppies and you can put them together with duct tape. I'll tell you, it's really easy to do that. And you'll have yourself a combination tool that will last you for 20, 30 seconds, depending on if you're actually using it or not. Yeah, you don't want to do this, right? But what you do want to do is grab yourself a FU-bar from Stanley, a functional utility bar, and I tell you, this combines a lot of the same elements as this, and then some as well, without the tape. This is made of forged steel. It's very, very sturdy. It's indestructible. It's got these nice serrated jaws, and you're going to be able to latch on to 2-bys of different dimensions with this thing, and even smaller. Twist them free if that's what you have to do. It's got a hammering function right there. In other words, a beating function. You can knock boards loose with this thing. You can pull nails with these. This end of the deal, it's a pry bar. It's got all kinds of things rolled into one. We've even heard that some framers are starting to use these things instead of just hammers, because there really are a lot of different functions for this thing rolled into one tool. It's very durable, it's easy to use, you've got a lot of versatility with this thing, and if you're in the market for doing any demolition, I mean, you know, that you should be doing, then check it out at Toolbarn.com. There are a wide variety of these things. Some have more leverage, some have a few different features, but we've got them on Toolbarn.com. Check them out. When you want to destroy something, you need a good demolition man, and we've got one. Man from Man versus Tool. And he's there with us now. He's got a great demolition hammer, and he's going to show us how that thing works.
15-amp motor, 15 amps, 1,000 BPM, beats per minute, 1,000 of them. More than 51 pounds of impact energy. That's the best in its class. It features user vibration technology, which kind of reduces the fatigue when you're using this thing. And of course, man never gets tired of this power tools anyway, but it features user vibration technology for the rest of it. As you can see, this is really one great demolition hammer. And of course, if you need one of these things, you can get it at Toolbarn.com. I think, man, I didn't come out and break up whatever concrete you've got to break out for you. So anyway, sorry about that. It's a great demolition tool. We have a lot of great demolition tools at Toolbarn.com, whether it's something like this or whether it's the FUBARs or the Sawzall or whatever you need, we've got them at Toolbarn.com. Also, man, thanks for joining us today. Hey, you know, he doesn't say much, but he's still plenty noisy, isn't he? Anyway, stay tuned. Watch Man vs. Tool. New episodes coming up on this same YouTube channel. So thanks for being with us, and we hope to see you again.